Is there some dating advice you can give men who want to date with a transgender woman?
That's a good question. First of all, like dating a trans woman, I don't think it's different than dating with a naturally born woman. Like we're the same. So not a specific dating tip for men. I just want the men to fully accept what they want, embrace it, and then don't ever get afraid to the prejudice of the society. They think that it's a typical to date trans women, and they said like sometimes they label men dating as trans women as gay, but in fact they're not. How long do you have to like when you do the edits?
Very quickly.
Really?
Yeah, in the beginning I did a lot of effects, but now I just try to do it in one take, unless there's really something, you know,
Yeah.
but usually in one take.
Like
Okay.
what do you use?
Just on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what application?
FIFA Cut Pro.
Okay.
Can you please switch off the sound from your phone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And can you please put your phone here?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you so much. Let me see. You are comfortable with the pillow? I think it looks nicer without pillow.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice, okay, great. That looks really good.
Like is my outfit too revealing?
Yeah, it's really nice. It looks really nice.
Okay. This is good for YouTube.
Yeah, it's good. It's safe. This is good for YouTube. Yeah, it's safe. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Let me lock this. Lock this. When you talk with your hands or not really?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, then
Yeah.
I include it like this. I think it's nice. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Recording. Everything good. Final check. Can you say something? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sit here. Okay. There you see. Hello.
Can you sit here?
No, because I like to. Let me see if I sit there. It's more because I like to watch at the screen sometime to monitor it.
Okay.
That's why. It's more easy for you if I sit here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just put it here.
Yeah, exactly.
They might like.
I like it more when you look at me, that's why. That's why I will sit here. It's nicer. But I will sit more close.
Okay.
I will sit here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. We are running. Okay. All right. Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
Darlene. You can call me Dar.
And where are you from?
I'm from Cebu, Philippines.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 27.
And what do you do for a living?
I work as an HR manager, recruitment for a U.S. company.
How was it for you growing up in the Philippines?
It's a little bit hard, especially like I was born in the 90s, like before. It's really hard to come out when you're trans or you feel like something like it's not right. And I think like nowadays, like trans women like born in like 2000, the Gen Z as they call, like it's easier for them to come out, and then all the resources of like transitioning, like the hormone replacement therapy, it's very much like available to them, and yeah, that's really great. But for me in my time it was a bit hard.
So can you remember the first time you actually started to use hormones?
Yeah, I started using it when like I was in college, second year, because I didn't want to transition if like I had my first job when I was after second year college, and I want to like I'm very independent, like I want to use my own money to buy the hormones for myself, and I don't want to ask for anyone for it.
And did you got it at like a pharmacy or through some friends?
It was through some friends, like referrals, not pharmacy, unfortunately.
And you were very scared to take it the first time?
No, because like I think I did some research like before transitioning also. Like what's the pills that I'm taking? Is it very safe for me? What will it do for like for my body? Like yeah, so I did my proper research before transitioning. So yeah.
And can you remember how long it took for you to actually see changes in your body?
I I think like about after 2 or 3 years. Yeah. But before, even before, like I'm not very hairy. Like I don't grow facial hairs, like hairs on my legs or anything like that. So I am one of the lucky ones. Because yeah.
Do you have sisters or brothers?
Yeah, I have. And I am the youngest of 3 siblings, so I have 2 older sisters. And yeah, growing up, we are very close.
And they were really supporting of you wanting to actually become a woman?
Yes, they are very supportive. And ever since before, like when you grow up in the Philippines, we are very family oriented. So mostly the siblings, I'm also very lucky to have a very supportive family. And growing up, like I'm, let's say maybe the most favorite sibling, like kid in the family, because before like I am a consistent like honor student. Like growing up, I'm always on top of the
And you
class.
come from like a middle class family?
Not really middle class. Yeah, like I just my mom and dad is working like for before like when I was on my early like elementary high school days, they are just working like with the lowest possible income in the Philippines. Yeah. But yeah, growing up, that's also what drive me to like pursue like hard work and like especially my studies, because I was a scholar, like academic scholar in college and in high school, so that I can finance my studies and then get a degree like on my own. Like I was raised independently, so.
And in school, like for example, if you are a transgender, back in the days, you could let your hair grow, or they had to cut it. There was like a strict rule.
That's a really good question, because before, like when I was in college, I had one issue for that. I had to stop studying because they would, the dean of our college, like she's very religious, and then yeah, I don't think like it was. This is a very funny like story, because like we ended up going to the mayor's office because we think that that's not fair enough. Like especially like if you are a young, I mean like if you are a transgender woman and you see like you're not fitted to like have short hair, and I don't think that there's any like harm of having long hair for your studies. I think like if you let the students be free to express themselves, they would excel in their studies. So yeah, that was a very funny story, but unfortunately we ended up losing the fight. So I transferred to a different school.
So the short story, the dean of the school, she took
Yeah.
you apart because she said your hair it gets too long.
Yeah.
And then you went with her to the office, and then she said, I want to cut it or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah? And she had a scissor in her hand?
No, not like that. But like she had like a memo on the school guard saying that all the students from the because I was in the College of Arts and Sciences.
Yeah.
So she did like a memo to the security guard at the entrance of the school, like for all the trans women having like long hair, don't let them in.
Wow.
That's very unfortunate.
That's very strict. And you had transgender friends in school?
Yeah, I have. I have a lot. I have my circle of friends in the university are all trans women, and that's why like we decided to fight for it. So that's why we went to the mayor's office, and then
Like all together?
yes, all together. That was really fun also.
And did it make some changes in the policy of the school?
No, unfortunately, that's it. Like,
And were there some consequences because of that action?
what?
And were there some consequences because you went with your friends to the dean office?
Consequences?
Yeah, like they kicked you out of school or they gave you a warning, something like this?
Yeah, they did not kicked out from school, and it was funny because it was already in the middle of the school year. Yeah, and because she's religious, and she think that the school policy should align with her religious
Yeah,
belief.
I
That's
get it.
crazy. That's insane.
That is insane.
And yeah, we wanted to fight for that. And unfortunately, we did not win. So
How
yeah.
old were you at that time?
I was 20 or 21.
20 or 21?
Yeah.
Okay. After that period, you felt it went more smoothly as you got older, or still some struggles here and there?
Like in schooling?
Yeah, for example. Or during, for example, job interviews.
No. Like fortunately here in the Philippines, but like also in the corporate world in Cebu City, I haven't had any experience of discrimination towards my gender identity or being a trans woman, especially if they think that you are very intelligent, you are capable of like acquiring the job, you are
Yeah.
very fitted for the job. They don't see you as a trans woman. They just see you as a person. So that's really great. But like in terms of like studying or in the school policies, like we can't argue with that because
Yeah.
it's the school. Like
Until what
that-
age did you live at home?
live at home
Yeah, until what age?
until 22, 21. Yeah.
And then you had the feeling you just want to be by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. And then how did it go? Like you looked for some apartment or?
Yeah, it was really nice because I was, like I already have a job, I'm paying for it, but also that's one thing.
Because what job did you have in that time?
I was working as in the back office because in the Philippines it's mostly like the business processing outsourcing. So
Okay.
there are a lot of investors from different countries such as
Yeah.
United States and Europe because I think that's really nice also because they think that Filipinos are very capable of doing the job and they just pay for less.
They do, like they exploit the people a bit.
No, not exploit, but yeah, that's part of business, I'm a business management graduate, so I understand that. It's just, and I'm also happy for that. Like, they are giving Filipinos, my fellow man, like,
Yeah.
the opportunity to work remotely, like, they sometimes, and have like a different high-paying jobs, like compared to like the usual rates here in the Philippines with the
So
local
you
jobs.
see it as a positive something, like
Yeah. Yes.
Filipinos getting a chance to do certain jobs, maybe for a little bit less, but still decent.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
And the job you're doing right now, was it easy to get that job?
In my case, like maybe it was.
Yeah.
In my case, but I'm not sure for some others because I've established like a good career path before. That's why I got the job easily.
Like stepping stones until you got this job.
Yes. So that's also what I'm thankful about. Like, yeah, I'm thankful about being good at school before because I can easily land on jobs like for like quite a while.
And what does your job entail, your current job? Like, what do you do?
Right now?
Yeah.
I do like administrative task for the company. So basically, it's HR. I also do some recruitment in Europe and in the US.
So it also means you can travel for your work?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can travel. That's what I wanted also. Like, I have the ability to maximize my time and then work anytime, like anytime, anywhere, basically.
So when you have to travel for your work, it's also something you enjoy, or is it also stressful sometimes, like you have to catch a deadline, something like that? Like you have to work only when you have to travel, or there's also free time left for you to do your own things?
Yeah, there's free time, and that's what I love about my work is that I can travel to like different countries, and like I can manage my time like very easily. Yeah.
What are some of the favorite places you've been to for travel or for work, traveling for work?
Oh, that's a good question. So I was in basically for my work right now. I can travel a lot. So I've been to continents like Africa, America, Asia, and Europe. I was in Europe last month.
Where have you been to in the United States? Like what states?
Not really in the United States, but I was in Mexico.
Mexico.
I was in Cancun. I had a conference there, and I loved it. It's the same, like the weather is the same in the Philippines somehow. The beach is really nice also.
A lot of teenagers, right, go there for this
Fun, yeah.
exactly.
They say like that's the college, you know. That's where the U.S. college students go, and it's really fun there.
Okay, so you went there and you went to Europe. Like, where did you go to in Europe?
I've been to Germany, France, Italy, Switzerland, Barcelona, Spain, Croatia, yeah. And by far, like my most favorite European country was Germany and France, in Paris. I was in Paris.
And Paris, it felt safe for you? Because I've heard many stories of people getting robbed, pickpocketed, something like that.
Yeah, it was safe, especially if you come like from the Philippines. Like it's really normal for that. So I was very cautious about it. And yeah, it's all about like I'm not thinking about that because it will kind of spoil with travel, but I'm just enjoying it. At the same time, being cautious of my things.
Do you feel safe in the Philippines?
Yes.
Even if it's like 3 a.m. midnight and you walk somewhere?
Yes, of course.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Because I've heard a lot of stories about people getting robbed or sketchy situations, certain areas.
Yeah, I think also like it's not all around the Philippines, all around in Cebu. Like as a tourist, I've been to different countries already, and it's just I think it's all about like knowing the place, doing research about it, asking like the people so that you have like a proper knowledge of what to expect to that place. At the same time, like always be cautious about it.
You had a crazy experience while going on your travels or in the Philippines?
Crazy, yeah. I've had a lot, like especially for my last travel. I had to travel, like I was in Barcelona, Spain, and after my Barcelona, Spain trip, I was going to Paris, France. And then my luggage, unfortunately, I have 2 luggage, and the airline lost it. It's crazy, like I was doing like a lot of packings. I had like boots and stuff because I love to wear, during Paris. It's the fashion capital of the world. So you want to wear the most beautiful outfit. And I was like getting ready for that. And when I arrived in Paris, they lost my luggage. That was the craziest experience I've had for my travel. And fortunately, like when I arrived in Paris, so I did not have anything with me, just the clothes that I'm wearing. So I had to like go. I was looking for like thrift shops or like anywhere not expensive, but unfortunately I did not find one. So I just ended up like buying some dresses or clothes. And I was fortunate also because I love research. So I was doing some research. What if that happens to a specific tourist or person? Yeah. So I found out that if that happens, like the airline is obliged to give you some specific compensation of what happened. So okay, so yeah, to make the story short, I mean like, so the company gave me a compensation, so I just had to provide them with the receipts. So yeah, and they reimbursed it to my bank account. So I was really happy for that.
But you still feel bad that they lost your stuff? Like those items are not replaceable?
Yeah, I mean, like after one day, they they um I got an email that they found my luggage, and yeah, it was just like too tiring because I arrived at CDG airport. It was like 45 minutes away from the city,
Yeah.
so I had to came back to the airport and pick my luggage.
So
And
you still got compensation and your luggage. So two.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Like
nice.
I got, and that's unfortunate also because when I got my luggage back, my luggage was devastated. Like no more, like the wheels and the holder.
It got severely damaged.
It's very damaged. It's really damaged. And then I also filed a claim for that. And right now I just got an email like 2 days ago that they are shipping a new luggage for me. So yeah,
That's
I'm happy
good,
for
right?
that. Yeah, that's
Are you-
part of the traveling.
Are you single or in a relationship?
I am single.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You used to have a relationship before?
yeah. I've had a relationship with, like to be honest, like I don't see myself like dating a Filipino guy.
Not?
No, because it's just that's the hard reality here in the Philippines, dating a Filipino man. Because like, first they just see you as in the Philippines, it's not very open. Like trans dating with Filipino guys. In my like, I'm just saying that in my own experience. So some trans women are very lucky to find a good man, Filipino man, but I guess I'm just not that lucky. So, yeah.
You've
so
tried it
it's-
before with a Filipino guy?
Yes, and it did not end well.
Because?
It was like, with the cheating. So that was a traumatic experience.
Like,
for
did
me.
you met his parents?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. And yeah, it's just hard dating a Filipino man in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I see myself like dating a foreign guy. I don't know because I think like they are more responsible in terms of like career
Yeah.
and building a family. And I think like mostly like foreign men in general, they are very open-minded about dating trans women. They are not afraid to show you off like in public, to hold your hands, and I'm very happy with that.
You had a foreigner boyfriend?
Yes, I've had before.
Where was he from? You
He
rather
was-
not say?
Yeah, I'd rather not say, but
Okay.
he was from Europe.
From Europe.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a favorite type of guy that you like? Like appearance, certain type of mentality that you like?
Appearance-wise, like I'd like my future man to be taller than me.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
5'6", okay.
Yeah,
And what else?
and yeah, that's just it. And I'm very tan. They said like opposite attract, so I'm very attracted to white men, like very
Muscular guy?
muscular. I mean, like appearance-wise, just the height for me.
Just height.
Yeah, just the height and like the personality-wise, like if the guy is very fun to be with, and
What
then-
is your definition of fun to be with? A guy who's fun to be with?
Yeah, because I love travel, so they say that one thing to know more about a man or someone is to travel with them, because especially when you travel with them, you get to know them better, and then the traits. So I love traveling, so I want my man to be adventurous and of course like happy-go-lucky.
Are you an adventurous person?
Yes, I am. Like in fact, like one of my hobbies, like I love photography, and here in Cebu, like I have a motorcycle group. It's a non-government organization, so I drive bikes. I'm also like
What type of bike do you drive?
It's an automatic bike, Yamaha. So I have a group for that. It's an NGO, so we do like a lot of like outreach programs for the kids, for the elderly. Like we do like sponsorships, like
Like how
from
does it
our-
work? Like kids, they go on like on a tour, like they go on behind of the motorcycle, something like this, and then go somewhere.
No, I hope so, but that would be like that would be dangerous for them, for the kids. But like we coordinate with the LGUs, the local government units here in the Philippines, um, and the LGU would conduct they would do like announcement like for this day, they will gather all the kids of the community, and then we go there, we teach them like English, mathematics, and then we do like fun games for them, and then we also like provide them like school supplies, and then and like growing up, that's what I've decided to join the motorbike group, because when I was a kid, like I was raised poorly, and then I've had experience for that before, like the motorbike groups, like doing lots of outreach programs, and then I told myself like it's like paying it forward,
Nice.
Yeah, because
so
I've
now because
experienced
you're in
it
a better
before.
position, you want to do something good for people who are a little bit less wealthy.
Yes, exactly.
Is it easy for you to date with people combined with your work, because you have to travel a lot for your work? It's like how do you have time to still date with people?
Right now, I'm on a dating site. Yeah, but unfortunately I haven't found one yet, but I'm really hopeful for that. And
You date a lot?
not a lot,
Not a lot?
not a lot. But
Is it easy to find a good guy here in the Philippines?
Good guy?
Like
Not
a good
really.
foreigner guy? Or they just want to have fun?
They just want to have fun.
And do you just want to have fun?
Like, of course, fun, but sometimes like you also like crave for the feeling of like having someone beside you, like not just for fun, but like intimate. And I'm speaking about
Like really emotional connection as well?
the connection, like intimate relationship or the connection. That's really what I'm looking for.
You also date when you are in other countries?
Not date, but maybe meet like for drinks and
Yeah.
that. Like, that's one thing also like for tourists. So that's one way of knowing the place,
From all those countries you visited, what country is the best for meeting guys?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that would be in Spain, in Barcelona, Spain. The guys there, so far, like the guys I've met there, they were very friendly and
And very fun?
fun also, and easy to be with. They speak good English, and maybe because like in the Philippines we were colonized by Spanish, so we kind of have the same trait, I guess. So and also in Paris, they are very open-minded, I think.
What country you think has the most handsome men?
Oh, that's a good question. I think mostly Europeans.
Yeah?
Yeah, Europeans in general are very like I'm very attracted to Europeans. European guys.
Do you ever see yourself getting married?
Yes, and I'm very hopeful for that one day. Yeah.
Do you ever want to live another country besides Philippines, like more permanently?
Yeah, of course. Like actually, it's my birthday. It was my birthday like 2 weeks ago, and then I was thinking of like every year I'm thinking of what's new for me to do, and I was thinking of like moving to a different country and then experiencing the way of life there, and I'm very fortunate because I can do that now since like I'm working remotely, so basically I can work anytime, anywhere, like
Nice.
in all time zones. So that's I'm really looking forward about.
And what are some of those places that you have in mind to actually live in more permanently?
Right now, maybe I'll start with some Asian countries, maybe in Bangkok, Thailand, Vietnam. And then I'm gonna do some side hustle because, like, if I have like a lot of money, like I would really choose Europe. But European prices are just very expensive.
They're outrageous.
Outrageous, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, so outrageous. But I really wanted to live there. Yeah,
What do you
maybe
like
if
to-
I found like a,
Rich husband?
I'm not looking for a rich husband because I was born like independently, so I know my way. I know how to find, you know, I know how to find and to work, to find money and to work. So I'm also not the type of woman that's dependent to
Yeah,
someone.
exactly.
Yeah,
You just
I
want to
don't
do your
that.
own thing, be dependent.
Yeah, exactly.
Be independent.
Yeah, exactly. And if I found like a rich man, that would be a plus. But yeah, I don't want to be dependent to anyone.
Wow,
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank
Great.
you.
What do you like to do in your free time?
My free time mostly now when I'm back here in the Philippines, I do it mostly. I go out with my friends. I have friends from high school. Like we've been friends for like 15 years now.
Wow.
It's really great. And yeah, sometimes like I do meet with my group mates like from the motorbike
Yeah.
group. So we do like drinking sometimes. Of course, like drink moderately because we're driving motorbikes.
So you're not really into drinking that much?
No, not really. Like in fact, like I just drink occasionally, so I don't drink a lot.
And what is your drink of choice?
Just the cocktails, like yeah, cocktail drinks.
Hold on. Just cocktail drinks.
Yeah.
And you also like to dance sometimes?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like in clubs with friends, of course.
Are you a good dancer?
If I'm gonna rate it, maybe 8/10.
8 over 10. Wow, that's very confident.
Yeah, but compared to dancing, I'm more into singing.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's very popular here in the Philippines, right, for people to sing.
Yeah, that's part of our culture. Like if, because my workmates, where I'm working now, it's like from my workmates, my colleagues are from all over the world. And then like we had like a gathering after working and then we went to a karaoke bar and then they were shocked about like when they heard me sing and then you're a professional singer. Like, no, I'm not.
Can
I'm
you
just
sing something for
Filipino."
me? For the audience? Something
Oh.
small?
Something small. Oh, that's.
I put you on
caught
the
me off
spot.
guard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe a
Okay.
little bit later. Okay.
Okay.
Let me think of some additional questions. What is your favorite type of food?
My comfort food. My top one is Italian lasagna.
Ah.
That's my pizza and lasagna, and that's what I'm looking forward to for my travel in Europe, in Italy. I tried their lasagna and their pizza. So yeah, my always comfort food when I feel stressed, my go-to food is lasagna.
They have a good place for lasagna here in Cebu.
Yeah, I think so. There's one in Cebu Mercado.
It's
Yeah.
near IT Park, right?
Yes, it's near IT Park. So it's Cebu Mercado is like a food market. So you can find a lot of food there from like Asian, European. So it's good to be there.
What do you think about Filipino food?
Filipino? Yeah, I love Filipino
Be
food.
honest.
I love Filipino food because I was born with it. But when you travel, like you get to like found out different recipes, dishes, and then that's really one great thing about traveling. So I was also in Morocco. It's a Muslim country, so yeah, it's good also to try the lambs and all that. It's a new thing for me, the veggies.
What is
But
your least favorite country?
least favorite country? Like, I think like from all the countries I visited, I don't have like the least favorite.
Like, is there a certain country you don't really feel you want to visit? Like, it's
to
not
visit again?
Yeah, exactly. For example.
No, none.
Not?
Yeah,
You've been to India.
I have never been to India.
Would you like to go to India?
Right now, because I've heard like Indians are. I don't want to talk about it. You know, like
I don't see many Indians in the Philippines or Chinese.
there are.
Yeah.
There are actually like in the
Someone
in my
sneezing.
university,
Okay.
like mostly like Pakistan and Indians come here in the Philippines like to study medical courses because it's cheap here in the Philippines. So yeah, I've had like my fair share of experience of like
I usually live in
getting along
Thailand,
with
in Bangkok, and
Indians.
I've seen a lot of Chinese people coming there right now. But in the Philippines, I actually don't see any Chinese people. Is it
There
because
are a
visa
lot.
regulations?
There are a lot of Chinese here also.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in Lapu-Lapu and Mactan New Town.
Certain places.
Yeah, just certain places.
Ah.
In IT Park, I think there are also because Chinese here go for it's either work or study. They study English and then they have like side hustles.
So they go to certain areas within the Philippines.
Yeah,
To wrap it up, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
that's a good question. So I wanted to see myself being married to a guy, of course, like maybe travel with him and then explore more about many countries. And yeah, that's it.
So for you, it's really important to have someone compatible with your lifestyle of traveling. That is really something that you are looking for, or you hope to find.
Not a necessity, but it would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily like someone who travels a lot, but yeah, that would be really
Nice. I really like that. Are you a creative person? You like to write, you like to draw, or photography? You told me you
great.
like to do
I'm into
photography.
photography. I was in photography since elementary. Yeah.
What type of camera do you use?
Right now, I'm Canon D60, but before, when I was in elementary, I was introduced by it by my teachers because in the Philippines, like we have like press conference, like it's a competition in the whole country, so there are a lot of it's all about the media, like writing, feature writing, editorial writing, photojournalism. That's what I like about photography. It's not just the photo, but you get to get a story of that photo, not just a very like candid one, like oh that's a beautiful one, but you need to have like a story of the photo. So that's what makes me fall in love with it. And yeah, I was using the camera with a film before. That was crazy because like you thought like you got a great shot and then it ended up like overexposed, like oh shit. Like
Do you have different lenses right now?
right now, like I just bought a new camera prior to my trip in Europe.
Which one?
The Canon D60.
That's the one you bought.
Yeah, I like ever since I stopped
It's
photography.
mirrorless?
Mirrorless, no.
It's DS.
DSLR.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And what lenses? You bought some lenses or just comes with the
It
kit
comes
lens?
with a kit lens.
1855?
Yeah.
And you also want to learn like YouTubing, something like that? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, I'm actually interested
should.
with that before because my first course in college I was in media. I was in mass communication, so we have like a different like media, like photography, videography, filmmaking. I had that one before. And yeah, unfortunately like I had to stop because like I can't finance myself anymore. So I had to stop for like 2 or 3 years. And then
Yeah.
when I came back studying, that was with the university here in Cebu, which like they don't allow trans women.
Really?
Because of that. That's after my transition. I decided to go back and then I transitioned. And then, yeah, like during that time, it's still not, like the schools are not very accepting.
Do you still want to change something about yourself, your appearance, maybe Botox filler or anything else?
No, not necessarily now.
You took braces, I saw.
Yeah, I've got braces because I don't have like good set of teeth before.
Does it hurt?
My braces?
Yeah.
No, before it was, but yeah, right now it's not. It's no longer hurting.
I also want to make a short just to promote this video. Like, is there one crazy date experience you had that's maybe nice to put on camera? Like something funny or anything like that? I think it's nice for a little short, like a little story.
Oh, okay. Let me think about that.
Something embarrassing, something funny, something shocking.
Oh, yeah. I think I have. I was in Italy. I was in Rome, Italy. So a guy like I was in a coffee shop there. I was like in a nearby beach like with a coffee shop, and then someone approached me. And then he offered to drive me. So he introduced himself, and then I introduced myself, and then that's one thing that
Was it a good-looking guy?
average looking average looking guy. And then okay, so this is a funny one. So we went out because I was in Italy for like 3 or 4 days.
Where in Italy?
What?
Where in Italy? What city?
We're in Rome. I was in Rome, Italy. And yeah, so we ended up like going out together. And then after like, it was the third day it was on the third day that he invited me to his place. And then, you know, the things that happen, the thing that happens for, you know, for dating, knowing someone. And then it was crazy because he never expected that I was a trans woman. So he assumed that I was a cis woman. And yeah, that's also my, like, I don't think it's my fault also, but yeah, I should have told him because I was expecting that he kind of knew I was a trans woman. So yeah, but he was still very nice about it. So there, that was crazy. And then after that encounter, so
You still had a good time with each other?
yeah, of course, like we ate ice cream and pizza, and then
But nothing intimate anymore, not like that? Because he
Yeah.
was too shocked about that
yeah,
maybe?
he was very shocked about
So
it.
in that aspect, nothing happened anymore?
No, nothing happened
Okay.
anymore, but he was still very nice. I think like
Was
he
it a
was just-
disappointment for you?
Yeah, I think so. It was. So if I get to share something to my fellow trans sisters out there, like always be honest about it. It's not that I lied about it. I just forgot to tell him that I was trans woman. And because in my dating profile, like I always put like I am trans woman because I never want to lie about it. I don't want to
Deceive people.
deceive people. At the same time, don't want to waste time.
And can you remember like his initial reaction? Like what did he say? He said,
Yeah, I thought because when I was in Rome, Italy, I saw like a lot of trans women, like African from Colombia. So I thought like he kind of knew, especially in that place where I was. There was a lot of like trans women there.
this was like
Not
a
just
club
me.
or restaurant?
It was just a restaurant near the beach. So there were like a lot of trans women, African and Colombians, trans women there. And then, yeah, he went up to me and then, hi, he introduced himself. And then, yeah, I think like it's not just the good timing also. Like for me, like if someone, that's also my, how do you say it? My learning, like okay,
Learning
like
point.
if someone comes up to me and then, hi, they are attracted to me, so they see me as a woman. So I don't think it's before, like I don't think it was necessary for me to say like, by the way, I'm a trans woman.
But it's also weird to just say that randomly, like, hey, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so weird,
Yeah, it
you know,
is.
because you were attracted to me by the way how I look. I look like a woman.
Exactly.
I talk like a woman. So, yeah, I think it's not deceitful.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not deceitful. I did not deceive him, but he was like, fortunately, he was very still welcoming and friendly. He even offered me to bring me to the airport while I was on my trip going to Spain, Barcelona, and still like he wanted.
Nice.
He apologized for his reaction. Actually, he apologized. He
Because what was his initial reaction? Like, can you remember? Of course.
Oh, like, you're a trans? I think the label he mentioned was like, you're a ladyboy? Yeah, because yeah, he found out something. And I said, yes, I thought you know. I thought you could tell. So, yeah, fortunately.
It's also a compliment in a way, right?
Yeah, it's a compliment also, like in a way, but it sucks. It just sucks. Yeah, maybe like when I travel and then meet someone, that's also like one thing. When I'm in a club, especially in other countries or in other places, like I always make it to a point to let them know that I'm trans woman. Because yeah, also like to my trans sisters, we should always be honest about it, because we might know the consequences of not being honest. Some things like worse happen, so we should always be comfortable, and let's just find a man who can accept us. There's a lot out there, like
Yeah, I believe so too.
yeah.
I believe so too. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Yeah, of course.
Really appreciate it.
I love this interview.
I love it. I love it. It's very
I
nice. You're very open.
Yeah, I get to inspire and to share message to my
Yeah.
fellow trans women about. I also like something like if you ask me about, since this is a trans women channel, like you're.
Yeah. I use the
Yeah.
word ladyboy because some people search for ladyboy, so I just use the word ladyboy. But it's
Yeah.
not meant in any offensive way, of course.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's not politically right.
I know.
Yeah.
It's more like a Thai word, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I also wanted to inspire like trans women, because I joined beauty pageants also here.
No, wow.
And one of my advocacy in joining trans pageant here in the Philippines is trans career empowerment. Like as you all know, like trans women, mostly here in the Philippines, like if you don't get like good education,
Yeah.
you're not smart enough, you end up like being working in clubs, unfortunately. So that's my advocacy. Like it's all about supporting each other, like trans women, to help them find a good career for themselves, not just to be like a paid girl, a paid woman.
Yeah.
Because that's when you hear about ladyboys or trans women, that's automatic. Like she's a paid girl.
Like
She's
freelancer in Thailand, like
she's not capable of achieving success, and I wanted to break that stigma, like of course we can. There are a lot of successful trans women. In fact, there's a congresswoman, trans women in the Philippines who's in the Congress. And yeah, like don't settle for less. I mean, like for my trans sisters, we can acquire good jobs. You just have to find it. And of course, at the same time, we have to work for it. Like build a good career, build like education, get experiences for the job, and then get high-paying jobs.
Love it. It's a
Yeah.
good mentality.
Yeah. So I want to break that stigma that trans women are just like pay girls and not capable of achieving and being independent. So that's one sad thing about being a trans woman.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I love this. I love
Very
this
good, very good.
interview.
Are you okay? I use this video for my channel.
What?
Are you okay if I use this video for my channel?
Yes,
I
sure.
need to ask for permission. Yes? Okay, thank you so much. Is there some dating advice you can give men who want to date with a transgender woman?
That's a good question. First of all, like dating a trans woman, I don't think it's different than dating with a naturally born woman. Like we're the same. So not a specific dating tip for men. I just want the men to fully accept what they want, embrace it, and then don't ever get afraid to the prejudice of the society. They think that it's a typical to date trans women, and they said like sometimes they label men dating as trans women as gay. Well, in fact, they're not. If you see me as a woman and you're attracted to a woman, that means you're still straight. Nothing is change on your sexuality because you see me as a woman, not as a man. So don't ever be afraid to date trans women. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about your happiness. So it's all about your own satisfaction and fulfillment. Don't ever get afraid of what others think about yourself. So go for it. If you want it, go for it.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Cool. Nice.